Imagine a world where we don't just treat sickness, but we prevent it before it ever starts. Picture a future where devastating diseases like Alzheimer's or cancer are detected years, even decades, before the first symptom appears. This isn't science fiction. This is the new reality dawning in medicine, a revolution powered by two of the most formidable forces in science and technology: quantum physics and artificial intelligence. For centuries, doctors have worked tirelessly with the tools they had. We looked at symptoms, we ran tests, and we made the best educated guesses we could. But we were often looking at a house after it had already caught fire. Now, we are gaining the ability to see the single spark, the tiny molecular flicker that precedes the blaze. This is the promise of a powerful new partnership. This convergence of quantum principles and AI is creating a paradigm shift in how we understand the human body. Think of it like this. Traditional medicine has been like looking at a map of a city. You can see the major roads and landmarks. But quantum medicine, supercharged by AI, is like having real-time GPS that tracks every single car, person, and even the flutter of a leaf in a park. It gives us a level of detail that was previously unimaginable. We are moving from a macroscopic view of health to a quantum one, examining the fundamental interactions of atoms and molecules that govern our very existence. This profound shift is changing everything, from the way we diagnose illness to the therapies we create. What does this mean for you, for your family, for all of us? It means healthcare that is proactive instead of reactive. It means treatments that are tailored specifically to your unique genetic makeup and cellular behavior, not to a generalized model of a disease. Artificial intelligence acts as the brilliant interpreter of this incredibly complex quantum data. It can sift through trillions of data points in the blink of an eye, finding patterns that no human mind could ever hope to detect. This allows us to connect the dots between our genes, our environment, and our future health in ways that were impossible just a few years ago. We are standing at the threshold of a new age of medical discovery. The journey we are embarking on is one of the most exciting in human history. We are beginning to speak the language of our own biology at its most fundamental level. The fusion of quantum mechanics and AI gives us the tools to not only listen to what our bodies are telling us, but to understand it with unprecedented clarity. This essay will guide you through this new landscape. We will explore how these technologies work, what they can do today, and the incredible future they promise. It is a future where we can live not just longer lives, but healthier, more vibrant lives, with the power of quantum medicine and AI watching over us. So, what exactly is quantum medicine? The term might sound intimidating, but the core idea is actually quite simple. It's about understanding health and disease at the smallest possible scale, the level of atoms and subatomic particles. Our bodies are made of cells, and those cells are made of molecules, which are made of atoms. All the processes of life, from a thought flashing through your brain to your immune system fighting a virus, are driven by quantum mechanical interactions. These are the tiny, energetic dances of electrons and photons that dictate how molecules behave, fold, and connect. For the longest time, this world was invisible to us, a hidden engine running our biology. Think about it this way. A car mechanic can listen to an engine and know something is wrong. That's traditional medicine. A master mechanic can use advanced diagnostics to analyze the fuel injection rate and the timing of each piston. That's modern medicine. Quantum medicine is like being able to see the individual fuel molecules igniting and understanding how their energy is transferred at a subatomic level. By observing the body's processes with this level of precision, we can detect the most subtle signs of trouble. A single protein folding the wrong way, for instance, can be the first step toward a condition like Parkinson's disease. Quantum medicine aims to spot that one misfolded protein among trillions. This isn't just a theoretical concept, it's becoming a practical tool. We are developing sensors and imaging technologies that are sensitive enough to measure these quantum phenomena. These tools can track the behavior of specific molecules inside a living cell without disturbing it. They can measure the faint magnetic fields generated by our brains or the subtle energy shifts that occur when a cell becomes cancerous. It's a profound leap from looking at blurry shadows on an X-ray to watching the biochemical ballet of life in high definition. This ultra-precise view is the foundation upon which the future of healthcare is being built. Ultimately, quantum medicine gives us a new language to describe health. It moves beyond simply labeling a collection of symptoms as a disease. Instead, it allows us to characterize a health issue as a specific set of molecular and energetic imbalances. When we can define a problem with that much detail, we are in a much better position to fix it. We are no longer shooting in the dark. We are performing molecular surgery, correcting the tiny errors that, if left unchecked, can lead to catastrophic failures in the complex machinery of the human body. This is the fundamental power of seeing the unseen. The human body generates an astronomical amount of data every second. Every one of our trillions of cells is a bustling factory of chemical reactions. Our DNA alone contains about 3 billion base pairs of information. Trying to make sense of all this with the human mind is like trying to read every book in the Library of Congress simultaneously. This is where artificial intelligence steps in. AI, particularly machine learning, acts as the ultimate cellular detective. It has the computational power to sift through these immense datasets and find the hidden clues, the subtle patterns that point to the beginnings of disease. It can analyze the secrets locked away in our cells, DNA, and proteins. Consider our DNA, the blueprint of life. For years we've known its sequence, but understanding what it all means has been a monumental challenge. AI algorithms can now analyze a person's entire genome and compare it against millions of others. In doing so, it can identify tiny genetic variations that might increase a person's risk for heart disease, diabetes, or certain cancers. But it goes even deeper. AI can look at how our genes are actually being used, which ones are turned on or off, a field called epigenetics. This gives us a dynamic picture of our health, showing how our lifestyle and environment are actively influencing our genetic destiny. Proteins are the workers of our cells, built from the instructions in our DNA. They have complex three-dimensional shapes that are essential for them to function correctly. When a protein folds into the wrong shape, it can cause devastating diseases like Alzheimer's or cystic fibrosis. For decades, predicting how a protein would fold was a grand challenge in biology. Today, AI models like DeepMind's AlphaFold can predict a protein's structure with incredible accuracy in a matter of minutes. This breakthrough allows scientists to understand the mechanics of diseases at a molecular level and start designing drugs that can fix these misfolded proteins, a task that was once considered nearly impossible. The power of AI extends to analyzing our cells in action. Advanced microscopes can now generate terabytes of images, showing what's happening inside our bodies. An AI can scan these images and learn to spot a cancerous cell long before a tumor is large enough to be detected by conventional means. It can analyze the behavior of immune cells, learning how they respond to a new virus or a vaccine. This cellular detective work, performed by tireless and incredibly powerful AI, is revealing the fundamental secrets of our biology. It is turning the vast, overwhelming noise of biological data into clear, actionable health insights. One of the most profound changes that quantum medicine and AI bring to healthcare is the shift from reaction to prediction. For most of medical history, a patient had to feel sick to see a doctor. Symptoms were the starting gun for diagnosis and treatment. But by the time symptoms appear, a disease may have been developing for years, silently causing damage. We are now entering an era where we can predict the likelihood of a disease emerging long before it makes its presence known. This gives us a powerful advantage, the chance to intervene early, to change the course of a person's health for the better, and perhaps to prevent the disease from ever taking hold. This predictive power comes from combining quantum-level data with sophisticated AI analysis. Imagine a routine checkup in the near future. Instead of just a blood pressure check and a standard blood test, a small sample might be analyzed by a quantum sensor. This sensor could detect infinitesimal changes in the molecular makeup of your blood. Perhaps a few molecules that act as early biomarkers for pancreatic cancer, or the subtle metabolic shifts that precede the onset of type 2 diabetes. These are signals that are far too faint for traditional tests to pick up. They are the earliest possible whispers of a potential problem. Once this quantum data is gathered, AI takes over. An algorithm, trained on the health data of millions of individuals, analyzes your unique molecular signature. It compares your data to established patterns associated with future illness. The AI might report, for example, a 95% probability of developing cardiovascular disease in the next 15 years, based on the behavior of specific lipid nanoparticles in your bloodstream. This isn't a diagnosis of a current illness. It is a highly accurate, personalized risk forecast. It's like a weather forecast for your body, giving you time to prepare for a storm that is still far over the horizon. Armed with this predictive knowledge, you and your doctor can take decisive, proactive steps. If your risk for diabetes is high, you can make targeted changes to your diet and exercise regimen long before your blood sugar levels become problematic. If early markers for a neurodegenerative disease are detected, you might begin a therapy designed to protect your brain cells, potentially delaying the onset of the disease by years or even decades. This is the true power of prediction. It transforms medicine into a practice of preserving wellness, not just fighting sickness. It puts us in the driver's seat of our own health journey. For decades, medicine has operated on a one-size-fits-all model. If you were diagnosed with a certain condition, you likely received the same standard treatment as everyone else with that diagnosis. While this approach has saved countless lives, we've always known it has limitations. A drug that works wonders for one person might be completely ineffective or even cause harmful side effects in another. The era of quantum analysis and artificial intelligence is finally bringing this impersonal approach to an end. We are now able to design treatments that are tailored with incredible precision to the individual patient, right down to their unique cellular and molecular makeup. This new field is often called personalized or precision medicine. It starts by building a deeply detailed profile of you as an individual. This includes your full genetic sequence, an analysis of the proteins your cells are producing, a snapshot of your microbiome, and data about your lifestyle and environment. AI algorithms then integrate all of this information to create a holistic, multidimensional model of your personal biology. When you are diagnosed with an illness, like lung cancer, doctors no longer just see lung cancer. They see your specific version of lung cancer, defined by its unique genetic mutations and molecular pathways. With this detailed understanding, treatments can be customized. Instead of using broad-spectrum chemotherapy that kills healthy cells along with cancerous ones, doctors can select a targeted therapy. This might be a drug designed to block the specific protein that is driving the growth of your tumor. AI can even simulate how different drugs will interact with your particular cancer cells before a single dose is administered. This allows doctors to choose the most effective medication from the start, avoiding a painful and time-consuming process of trial and error. It makes treatment more effective, less toxic, and tailored to the enemy it is fighting. This personalization extends far beyond cancer. For someone with an autoimmune disease like rheumatoid arthritis, quantum analysis can identify the exact components of the immune system that have gone haywire. A custom-designed therapy can then be developed to recalibrate only that specific part of the immune system, leaving the rest of it intact to fight off infections. Even common medications like blood pressure pills or antidepressants can be prescribed more effectively. An AI can analyze your genetic profile to predict which drug and what dosage will work best for you, minimizing side effects and maximizing benefits. This is medicine that treats you not as a statistic, but as the unique individual you are. Some diseases have long been considered death sentences, or a slow decline into disability. Conditions like amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, Huntington's disease, and many rare genetic disorders have defied our best medical efforts for generations. The complexity of these diseases, often rooted in subtle genetic or molecular flaws, made them seem incurable. However, the combination of deep biological insight from quantum analysis and the sheer processing power of AI is beginning to turn the tide. We are now developing therapies for conditions that were once thought to be beyond our reach, offering real hope where there was once only despair. The first step in fighting an incurable disease is to understand it completely. AI is accelerating this process at an incredible rate. By analyzing the genomes of thousands of patients with a rare disease, AI can pinpoint the exact gene or set of genes responsible. As we've seen, it can then predict the structure of the faulty protein made by that gene, revealing the molecular mechanism of the disease. This fundamental understanding is the critical launchpad for developing a new treatment. Scientists are no longer searching for a needle in a haystack. AI has given them a map that leads directly to the needle. This knowledge allows for the creation of revolutionary new treatments, such as gene therapies. If a disease is caused by a single faulty gene, it is now becoming possible to deliver a correct copy of that gene to the affected cells. In other cases, technologies like CRISPR gene editing, guided by AI, can be used to directly repair the defect in a patient's DNA. We are seeing this happen today. For example, new treatments for sickle cell anemia and beta thalassemia, both once considered lifelong debilitating blood disorders, are using these techniques to provide what appear to be functional cures. This is a monumental achievement, a true medical miracle made possible by technology. Furthermore, AI is dramatically speeding up the entire drug development pipeline. It normally takes over a decade and billions of dollars to bring a new drug to market. AI can shorten this timeline significantly. It can scan through millions of potential drug compounds to find those most likely to be effective against a specific disease target. It can predict a drug's potential toxicity, helping to weed out dangerous candidates early on. AI can even help design clinical trials, identifying the ideal patients to participate, and ensuring the trial generates the clearest possible results. This acceleration means that breakthrough treatments for today's incurable diseases will reach patients faster than ever before. The most powerful way to fight a disease is to stop it before it ever begins. The development of quantum medical devices is making this vision of proactive prevention a tangible reality. These are not large, intimidating machines found only in hospitals. We are talking about a new generation of wearable sensors, home-based diagnostics, and non-invasive scanners that act as constant guardians of our health. These quantum sentinels are designed to detect the faintest molecular signals of disease, giving us early warnings and empowering us to maintain our well-being on a daily basis. They are the front line in the new preventative medicine. Imagine a wearable sensor, perhaps in a smartwatch or a small patch on your skin. Unlike current trackers that measure heart rate and steps, this quantum sensor would continuously sample microscopic traces of compounds in your sweat. It could detect specific proteins that are released by cancer cells or metabolic byproducts that indicate your body is struggling with inflammation or stress. This device would be connected to an AI in the cloud, which analyzes the data stream in real time. If it detects a concerning trend, it could alert you and your doctor, suggesting you schedule a more thorough checkup, long before you would ever feel unwell. Other quantum devices could become a part of our daily routine. Think of a smart toilet that analyzes urine at a molecular level every day. It could track markers for kidney health, hydration, and even early signs of bladder cancer, creating a long-term health record without any conscious effort from the user. Or consider a handheld device that uses quantum-enabled spectroscopy to scan a piece of fruit. It could tell you its exact nutritional content and check for pesticides. But it could also be used to scan a mole on your skin, analyzing its molecular composition to determine if it is cancerous with an accuracy that surpasses even a trained dermatologist's eye. The benefits of these quantum sentinels are immense. They provide a continuous, dynamic picture of our health, rather than the occasional snapshot we get from a doctor's visit. This allows for incredibly early intervention. For a disease like ovarian cancer, which is notoriously difficult to detect early, a device that spots a single biomarker molecule could be the difference between life and death. These devices will empower individuals to take a more active role in managing their own health. They democratize medical monitoring, moving it from the clinic into our homes and daily lives, making preventative care a constant and seamless part of how we live. This new era of quantum medicine and AI is undeniably inspiring, holding the promise of longer, healthier lives for all of humanity. However, like any powerful technology, it brings with it significant ethical challenges that we must address thoughtfully and proactively. The same data that can predict disease can also be used in ways that are harmful or discriminatory. As we stand on the cusp of this revolution, it is our collective responsibility to build a future where these tools are used for good, ensuring fairness, privacy, and equal access for everyone. The conversation about how we regulate this new frontier is just as important as the scientific discoveries themselves. One of the most pressing concerns is data privacy and security. Our genomic and molecular data is the most personal information we have. It is the very essence of who we are. We must have robust regulations in place to ensure this data is protected from hackers, misuse by corporations, or unauthorized access by governments. Who owns your quantum health data? How do you consent to its use? We need to establish clear rules that give individuals ultimate control over their own biological information. Without trust and transparency, the promise of personalized medicine will falter, as people will be hesitant to share the very data that powers it. Another major ethical consideration is the potential for genetic discrimination. If an AI predicts that you have a high probability of developing a debilitating disease in the future, could an employer refuse to hire you? Could an insurance company deny you coverage or charge you exorbitant premiums? We must enact strong legal protections to prevent this from happening. Your genetic forecast should be a tool for empowerment, not a weapon to be used against you. Healthcare is a human right, and access to the benefits of quantum medicine should not be determined by the perceived quality of one's genes. Finally, we must ensure equitable access. These revolutionary technologies will likely be expensive at first. We risk creating a two-tiered system of healthcare, a quantum class that can afford predictive medicine and personalized cures, and everyone else who is left with the medicine of yesterday. This would be a profound moral failure. As a society, we must commit to making these life-saving innovations accessible and affordable for all, regardless of their income or where they live. The future of quantum medicine is not just about amazing science. It's about building a healthier, more just, and more equitable world. It's a future filled with incredible hope, and one we must build together, carefully and wisely.